And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Planet Crafter, and we're going to make some more animals. We've got one animal out in our animal pasture. Um, I think it holds 5, if I remember what we saw last time. So that means we need traits to make more animals. We got species 1, we got species 2, we got species 3. Bee larvae and rare larvae are both fairly common to us. I don't really have any silkworms on hand at the moment, so we're not going to use silkworms. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to pop out here. We can grab a couple bees. Get us some bees for that process. And I think we've already got some rares in the chest over here. That could be a bee in there. Sort the chest. I want like 2 bee. Probably like 2 common, 2 uncommon, 2 rare. Let's start with that. Extract those genetic traits. Oh, we have 1 species 4 trait. Okay. Yeah, 1, 3, 4. I need color A, color B. And apparently our character is slowly dying of dehydration. And we don't have to leave the building. What I got for colors? Species, so your color Bs. Okay, plants are usually color B. Beanbone brown, Tusca is that color, no, is pink. Pestra is blue. Light blue. Got like... I'm not too picky when it comes to colors. Let's do a bunch of Pestra this time. Or color B. And that was butterflies for color A. So I was gonna have to get some butterfly larvae for that. Is easy enough to do. Yoink that. Okay. Go over to the next one, yoink this one as well. Oh, we got some silkworm there. So I could get some of the other species types. So we get one of each of the species type and see what they look like. Okay. I suppose actually apparently we only got 2 different types of blues. Oh, I see. We've got one of the A's is the same color as the B. That's where the confusion's coming from. Yeah, so we think something like that. And we want some of the pattern types. Or if we can get some of the pattern types, that'd be interesting. Bioluminescence, golden seed. I don't want to spend golden seed on that. Size would be interesting. Volnus plant would be too hard, I think, to get. Quasar, Magnetar are bioluminescence, but we're not going to touch those. Those are pretty expensive. Uncommon is size. The different types of frog eggs are skin patterns. Okay, let's keep it simple. Let's do a bunch of generic frog eggs. Got some skin pattern choices we can pick from. It's probably a... Yeah, it's probably a pulsar quartz crystal coming down. Or a pulsar asteroid coming down. So we want to loot this one. This one's vaguely valuable. Also, when this one comes down, it's just 1. So... Don't know if there was more than 4 hunks of pulsar that came out of that one. It's hard to tell. Because, you know, the debris gets in the way. There we go. There's a fit. Actually, I have to build another power plant if I need another power plant. And that's arguably why that's worth interacting with every time they come down. Is if you need power, those are very useful for power. Skin pattern, color, skin pattern, okay. Variant. And size. So we shoved a skin pattern color on it. I don't think I have any of the butterflies that provide me. Although, I know where I can go get Serena butterflies from pretty easily, so we could go grab a Serena butterfly. That wouldn't be too hard. And I think I have a Volnus plant somewhere around, so we can get a size 3. Compare with the uncommon size 2s. I think I should have a Volnus somewhere. We've looted it from one of the chests. The question is, which chest did it end up in? Because we got seeds all over the place. There's a Volnus. Okay, what was the pattern one? Serena. Let's go grab a couple Serena so we can put some patterns on these. Or, I'd be fair, I might be getting the, which blue butterfly is which wrong. I think the Serenas are the ones that spawn in the, alien ruins. I have officially baked my first cookie, says the Steam achievements. We'll go back and see the cookie in a moment. So this area is where I believe some blue butterfly larvae can spawn. There we are. It is in fact the Serena. Okay. Gonna get one more of the Serena, and then we'll head back. Maybe I'll go for fourth one. Guess this one doesn't have one of the patterns. I'd imagine that would be a color instead. Go. That's what we're looking for. In fact, we grabbed an extra one on the way out. flying back to our rover. And basically turn around and go back. Quick in and out. Got ourselves some larvae. And there we got it. Really can make a couple different looks to our animals. I'm not sure how much of a difference that's going to make as far as their animal output, but that's what we're finding out. Well, finding out the hard way. There's probably easier ways to find out if you know where to look on the wiki or something. Extract me some genetic traits, please. No. The Loroprene just gives us nothing. Doesn't give us any traits. Okay. Okay, that color doesn't really show up against that, is that the A? No, that's the B. Doesn't show up against that B very well. Well, that's not helping either. Oh well. Bit of a shame it's not showing very well. We only got one type of bioluminescence. The other one doesn't really look like it should bioluminesce, so we'll roll with that combo. And we gotta get another combo going. Put bioluminescence on that one. We get potentially a very little one. Size 2. We'll go for one more if I got the stuff for it. Here we go. I think that's enough to pretty much fill up our habitat. Game's deciding I apparently need more pulsar quartz. Okay, so it looks like all the animals are about the same, so it's maybe not worth the effort going into getting different colors and such on them, but we did. Although they're all very, blue. Apparently, I think he glows in the dark. Yeah, that should have increased our animal production by quite a bit. check out our first cookie. Should be in the rocket over here. 1 cookie. Chocolate cookie. Restores 90 health. Increases running speed for a short period of time. Well, a small period of time. It's worth 10 Terra tokens. Do another butterfly farm. Need 2 fabric, zeolite, bioplastic nugget, and tier 2 fertilizer. Plastic nugget's easy because we set that up to be auto-crafted. Fabric should be reasonably easy. Zeolite's also pretty easy, although we're maybe running a little low on zeolite because we don't have that auto-mined yet. And then the hard bread's actually probably going to be the tier 2 fertilizer. Although that's not that hard. LJ squash, double methane cartridge. Squash. Double methane. Go and grab an LJ. There we go. Then if we get one more butterfly, we can have a full butterfly farm, which is what I'm trying to do right now. So you're the best one at 600%. The next best one... it's probably you. There we go. Yeah, I suppose we might as well look at what our progress is on animals at this point. Yeah, animals are going real fast. 142. I suppose that's tons at that point. 142 tons per second, which is why you're seeing the kilogram or the kilotons just rolling. Yeah. So animals are performing. I suppose it's probably still easier. Oh no, animals are probably still going to be the quickest way to expand at this point, so it's probably time to move on to animals pretty hard. I might want to make sure we got more food to make sure they're currently being fed more effectively. But animals is definitely the way to go for more terraforming. And we can see the stat that is moving the quickest at this point is the animals, the biomass. Okay, so let's look into... actually, first let's look into a bit more animal food. So the animal food that we got, tier 1 stuff, is purely basically an upgrade on the high quality of food. Honey, beans, and common larva. Apparently adding the common larva makes it worse for us poor humans, but the animals it's good. Full harvest of honey. We'll get all the beans. And then if I can find the common larva, got on hand. Could probably do with some more common larva. I'll actually recycle some of the rares into common larva. Thought they recycled in the common larva. They don't, apparently. Or at least don't anymore. Complaints about hydration level being low. Okay. Then we pick up that common larva. See if I can actually get it picked up. There we go. And we can put a set batch of 7 food. Put it in the food feeder. The one we made first. I think it's the one we made first. Although I'm not having the most of time trying to get that one selected. Oh, it might have been because I made that one way too late. Possibly. Okay, so we made those animals. The question is, do I make more animals? And that's probably, at least in the short term, the way to go. Animals has already overtaken plants. And at this current rate, we'll overtake insects pretty quickly. Become the dominant source of biomass. And we're picking up more traits, which should, in theory, or from petting the animals, which should help us make more animals in the future. So if I'm gonna make another pen, I need a circuit board, silk, fertilizer, and a cartridge. Okay. Oh, I need a lerma seed. You have a lerma seed. That's actually our last lerma seed. And then that's the nitrogen cartridge and the methane cartridge. There we go. Okay, so both of those should be in range of that feeder. Now we just need some animals to put in the new animal shelter. Do I have what it takes to assemble more animals? Oh, I'm out of color A. Not out of color B. Okay. What do I make color A out of? Butterfly larvae, usually, apparently. Okay, out of species, out of color, A or B. Okay, so that's all the animals I have based on my current traits. The frog is not one of my animals. It's not the ones I can pet. Okay, a bunch of that petting. We've gained a bunch of random traits, although apparently overwhelmingly bioluminescence. Yeah, going much faster. Although, at this point, that's not having a massive effect on the terraforming index by itself. So we got no species, got some color A. Got multiple different types of bioluminescence. And we got bigger sizes. Thirsty character, apparently. Get this processing. I think those are mostly species. Except for the common, which is small size. Go. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some color B. Otherwise, we've got enough for animals there. What do I use for the color B? Seeds. Okay. Only had one color A. Okay. I'll have to get another color A, which is butterflies. Although I will go ahead and present this new animal. I mean, we'll do some betting. We might get some colors off of the animal stock. Also, we probably only really want one more animal. Here's the color A. Okay, so that saves us having to butcher some insects. going in to play this one animal. And we'll probably look into trying to improve one of the other stats rather than just throwing more and more and more animals at the problem. You'll have to wait until it's nighttime so we can come enjoy the bioluminescence of some of these animals. Yeah, if I right-click it, it feeds it to me, which is not what we want. At some point we should be getting better food. Although that's a decent way off, I think. Well, I say decent way off, it's only 50% past where we get the animals themselves, so... Or, where we get the animals is 50% of the way to Tier 2 animal food, so... We're half of that gap already. Do I have the fully upgraded jetpack already? Tier 3. No, there's a Tier 4. Osmium, Iridium, Explosive Powder, 2 things of Blazar Quartz. Which I have. So let's do that. Osmium, Explosive Powder. Okay. So yeah, in theory, we're making tens of thousands of animals off the animal shelters, so it's going to be hard to probably compete with the animal shelters, which are trying to make more animals at least. So that's just an argument to keep doing more animals, more and more and more animals. Some of these guys definitely ate. Yeah, okay, so the food got used. I just wait until I get far lower in hunger than I would normally wait. Oh, my inventory's full. Okay, let's get the inventory emptied. Okay, got 7 things of honey. There's 7 things of common larva. So I can pick up 7 things of beans. We can make 7 more animal food. We can drop that off. This kind of looks like we're approaching sort of night, so let's go see if we can actually make out the bioluminescence on our luminescent animals here. That's one of the bioluminescent ones. That's bioluminescence 10. Apparently my character is thirsty, so we'll go take some water from the lake. Not a particularly strong bioluminescence on that one. Although he is in theory luminescing. You have to say, the bioluminescence 10 trait looked like a pretty good bioluminescence. The rest of them's kind of... Although maybe that isn't a bioluminescence that we're seeing there. I think it is. Maybe they're just not very... The other ones are not very striking at nighttime. Yeah, I don't think we've got enough yet necessarily to be making more animals. Although, apparently I am wrong. I have enough. You have enough to make one. One more. Some silk. I'll go ahead and set up a 3rd animal shelter so we can put our 11th animal out. And looking at the time, we'll probably go ahead and bring it to a close. We're definitely making progress. We're up to 1.82 terraforming, and when it comes to biomass, we're definitely making the biomass move a lot faster. It was an order of magnitude faster at this point. Now, super alloy raining from the sky. This is not worth going outside for. It doesn't hang around long enough, and it's way too lethal. If you're playing the game blind and don't know where the super alloy mine is, it's probably somewhat valuable. But I know where the alloy mine is, and this is very lethal for not enough reward. Waiting for the level ordnance to stop. Or I can go out and set up that animal shelter. And yeah, if you were to go out and you'd get a bunch of the super alloy, each of those asteroids coming down drops like a super alloy. They don't hang around for very long, which is kind of why if you want a lot of it, you gotta go out in the asteroid swarm. If you're not careful, that can do a lot of damage to you real fast. I guess it must be full on super alloy bars, yeah. Trying to get as many animals out as we can. Terraform going a little bit faster. You can definitely probably make much more interesting looking animals than I am if you have the time and the patience, I suppose. Okay, so that's all the animals are going to do for the moment. There's 3 more. Go. All more animals. Which should help with terraforming, making the terraforming go faster. And yeah, animals are just about to overtake even insects in mass at this point. We're up to 1.25 megatons of biomass at this point. And yeah, there goes the animals overtaking the insects. And visibly, the thing moving the most is actually the oxygen at the moment. Although I'm not sure which of those 4 numbers is contributing the most to terraformation growth. Although we're making pretty good time. In the space of the last hour, we've gone at 25% of the progress from animals to complete terraforming. So, not at all slow. The next thing to unlock is Tier 2 animal food, so we'll have to see how easy that is to produce in comparison to Tier 1. Keep the animals fed. And then, yeah, there's not much else to do other than explore the planet until we finish the game, I suppose. I think there'll be a story message that we get in that determines which of the endings you get. Because the aliens have installed a thing on the planet that, like, stops certain things from happening, as far as ship travel in the local area. I think there's an ending if you don't disable that, and there's an ending if you do disable that. I think that's the two endings. At least the two that I know of. So I might try to double check what the ending, the different endings you get on Prime are, so I can trigger both of them, or trigger all of them, so you can all see them all. But yeah, this is the state of affairs. I think the run is going well. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be a part up tomorrow unless something goes wrong. If you're watching on Twitch, let me go ahead and bring up the stream schedule so that I can remind you what should be coming up over the next couple days. And if you're watching this on YouTube, at this point in the stream, this should have all been the stuff that was recorded over the last couple days. So today we were recording Planet Crafter. As soon as we're done with the stream here, I'll go ahead and update the schedule, showing that we will be playing Planet Crafter again on Saturday. So we're going to continue playing this until we finish Prime, at least. That may be Saturday, based on how quickly we're moving through the terraforming. Wednesday, which is tomorrow, we're going to continue our Terra Invicta run as Humanity First. Thursday, we're basically going to be doing a training montage in Darkest Dungeon, trying to train up some new people to go into Darkest Dungeon 3, Part 3. Friday, we're going to be continuing the Songs of Six run as the Dundorian-led multicultural city. And then I've already said what Saturday is going to be. So that's the 4 games we're playing. We're getting close to finishing some of those up. At the moment, based on the fact that I may be traveling again to help people continue to move, I know there's a wedding in the extended family coming up. When I finish a game, the plan right now is to be done with that game, or be done with that time slot, and reduce how many games I'm running in parallel, so I can record a little bit farther ahead, so that if I'm traveling, there's less interruptions, is the plan. But yeah, we're going to continue with those 4 games, cycling every 4 nights, until we finish one of them. Planet Crafter is probably one of the ones that's closer to finishing. Darkest Dungeon's fairly close to finishing, other than the fact that because there's Darkest Dungeon 3 and Darkest Dungeon 4 as the quest runs. If those are finished, then we've effectively beat that game. On the other hand, we need to train up to do 3. And 4 might be done very quickly after we do 3. But it's not going to be immediate. Okay, let's see if I can leave myself actually hydrated, so I've got a couple of seconds to deal with stuff when we come back in next time. But yeah, otherwise we're going to bring the stream here to a close. I might try to do a bit more exploring in the next one, rather than accelerating the terraforming, because I think the terraforming is coming along pretty well. But yeah, I hope you've all been enjoying watching on YouTube and you want to leave a comment, feel free to leave one. I do try to respond to all the YouTube comments. If you're watching live now on Twitch, now is a good time to leave your comments before I bring the stream to a close. I'm going to leave the stream up for a minute or two after we bring the YouTube recording to an end, so I can respond to Twitch comments. So until the next bit, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.